Hey guys, so today we're gonna do a little bit of a different video here in the Rusty Beauty's garage, and that has to do with my spot puller. It's whatever this unit is called, and I'm gonna tell you more about it. So this is my welding cart here. I have my MIG welder 180 Lincoln. I have this stupid TIG welder that I bought, which Vogan, whatever. It's a cheap unit that I bought off of Amazon to see if I can learn how to weld with it, and anyways, never got time to do that, so for now it's just sitting there. But this unit might have contributed to breaking this unit. So this is my spot welder, spot puller, I don't know what to call it, but let me pull it out and I'll show you what my problem with it is. Alright, so what does this thing do is, it's basically a welder. So let's hook up the ground. You see, it doesn't even weld the ground there. Let me put it on a higher setting here. So it is supposed to weld the ground there. But it doesn't even do that. Doesn't even weld the ground. So it's supposed to weld the ground there, and once it's welded, I can use this gun or this tip to warm a spot really fast, and then with wet cloth I can cool it down really fast, and that shrinks it. And it works really well. I've seen people in video using this, particularly this tool in particular, and it works great. So that's one option. The other option is we can change the tip, attach this here to the gun, and then we can use this as a puller. So we can weld this tip there and then pull, and then we can twist it, snap it off there, weld it somewhere else, and again pull, etc, etc. But the last time I used it on the 75 TR6, it was barely sticking. This part was barely sticking there, and you can see now that even the ground doesn't want to weld. So it doesn't have the strength somehow. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't have the strength. So I'm gonna try again. No. Okay, somewhat welded. So for a shrinker, it works because it, oops, no, not really. Anyway, so you see what my idea is. I wanted to try and pull here, but I can't even weld the ground. You know what? I'm gonna try like this. I can just pull it with my bare hands, and it's supposed to stay even after you hit it with the hammer, and then you have to actually twist it so you remove it from there. But it doesn't work. You see, it doesn't matter how long I hold it, doesn't matter of the settings here, nothing. I will turn it down. No. So I want to take it apart and see what's inside, because I may or may not have done something really stupid with it, and I'll show you what my suspicions are. Alright, so for those of you who are not in North America, I need to give you a little explanation of our electrical systems here. And I used to live in Europe, and I find it much easier there than here. You may have heard that Here in North America we use 120 volts or 110 as they call it AC power. And that's correct, but it's not completely correct because we actually get 240 volts into our electrical boards, and from there we split it and we use only half of it. So in our board we get 3 wires. 2 of them are the 2 ends of the winding in the transformer, which is somewhere away from our house. Between these 2 we have 240 volts. However, we get a 3rd wire in our boards, and that goes right in the middle of this winding in the transformer. So now we only use half of this winding, and that's why we have 110 volts here or 120 volts. Or we can use the other half. So imagine you have 3 wires now. From this one to this one you have 240 volts. From this one to this one you have 120, or from this one to this one you have 120. That's why you sometimes find it as a split phase system here. So some of our appliances like dryers or furnaces or stoves and cooktops, they are 240 volts, and other appliances that don't require so much power, they use 120. So this is 120 volt plug and this is 240 volt plug. There are too many different ones like 30 amp, 50 amp. This is the one that my welder uses, for example, and this is the one that my TIG welder uses. And I find this totally unsafe because, for example, when you plug this halfway, now you already have, these are live, but you can still touch them. This is like ridiculous for me. Same way here. This is already live. It's crazy. Anyways, so why am I telling you this? Because I believe that I've done something really stupid, which I will explain right now. So this welder, the TIG welder, when I bought it, it came with 2 options. You can use it as 120, but you can also use it as 240 volts. Either way, it works. So how do they make it work when it has only 1 plug? Very simple. If you want to use it as 110, you can plug it directly into the 110 receptacle, like this one, for example. But if you want to use it as 240, then somebody very smart came up with this ingenious contraption. So that came with the machine. Why am I saying it's ingenious? Because it's ingenious. It is really, really dangerous thing, and it shouldn't be used at all. What they do now is you plug it into 240, and now here you have 240. Now you can plug this machine here, and you can use it as 240 volts. Well, perfect for this application. But what I can do now, I can plug in here any other appliance that requires only 110. I can plug it in here and connect it to 240, which, you know, it's not very healthy for the appliance. So I believe that that's what happened when I bought, because I opened this machine and the other machine at the same time. I may have plugged in my spot puller into this thing here as 240 volts, and that may have burnt it. So, alright, so now I have this here on the table. It's unplugged, of course, and let's take it apart and see if we can find something in it. It's okay, I already see a problem here. Okay, I see the problem. Yep, I did burn something. I'm gonna take this out, but how? There's 1 screw here, and this is also holding it, so. Okay, here's our problem. So you see here what I'm talking about? I don't even know what this is. It's so burnt. Comes out in pieces. Looks like a capacitor, but I don't know. 2 terminals, and by the shape of it, I think it was a capacitor. These are the 2 terminals here. this one and this one. So I can definitely replace it if I find out what this is. So the white and the black are the power. So this and this is power. So one end of the power goes straight to one end of this thing, whatever it was. And the other end, well, the other end, I don't know where it is connected to. Well, I'm stuck. So, guys, if any one of you knows anything about it, I might post this video now just to ask the question. If anyone knows anything about those things, and tell me what can this thing be, so I can buy it and replace it, it's gonna be really helpful for me. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to buy a new machine just for this little circuit board. So you see what it says, VR1, and looks like the other pin goes and connects to the center pin of this, I think it's a transistor here. So if someone can tell me what this is, I would really appreciate it. So that's it, guys. I think it's my fault, even though it's not really my fault because I mistakenly plugged it into the wrong plug, but I shouldn't have been able to plug it into the wrong plug. But anyways, I burned something and I don't know what this is. So if anyone can help me here, identify this part and tell me what it is so I can buy it and replace it, I'm gonna be really thankful. So I'm gonna leave this video with an open end. Hopefully there's gonna be a part 2. So I don't think that anything else burnt. I think this is the only part, and I believe it is a capacitor, but I don't know. So if you can help me with that, I'm gonna be really thankful. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.